Now, the prison service has described as timely a presidential pardon which will see nearly 800 inmates released from jail. A release signed by the Director General of Prison says a total of 808 inmates, mainly first offenders, are to be freed immediately, with the rest having their death sentences commuted or life sentences reduced to definite terms. Public Relations Officer of the service, Superintendent Courage Achem, explains to Joy News the pardon will help efforts to decongest the country's prisons, even as the threat from the COVID-19 pandemic looms. He says the service expects more of such to reduce the threat from the pandemic, but insists processes leading to the current pardon started long before COVID-19 struck.
Long before COVID-19, this process was initiated, but the process involved is what makes it a bit longer, So we have a process of how do you call it, decision taking and then implementation. So the decision was taken, we are now doing the implementation.
Now, there have been calls by some who say that looking at the congestion in the prisons and the fact that we're having COVID-19, we necessarily have to decongest the prisons. Is the prison service doing anything about COVID-19?
Well, congestion has always been a problem, a challenge for the prison service.
It is a particular challenge.
And so the service has always been finding ways and means to undertake decongestion exercises. And so, particularly at this time, that we know that should there be any case of COVID-19 in any of our prisons, it will be very, very disastrous because the rate of transmission will be very, very high. It will be good, and especially this one coming at this time, it's very much welcome. My information is that, and hope, is that we may be getting more of this, and I'm sure it will go a long way in helping us
okay, so this doesn't have anything to do with
COVID-19.
This doesn't have anything to do with COVID-19, no, but there may be others that may have something to do with
exactly.
The prison service is looking at something like that. What form is it going to take?
Well, normally it's amnesty and presidential pardon. And this, as I keep saying, is a prerogative of the president. And so anytime he decides to do it, it is done. You asked me earlier to give you the procedure, okay?
Yeah. What
normally the Prison Service Council will direct the Director General to do a recommendation of the list of people who could be considered, and a set of criteria is given. Normally it does not include those who are in for murder, those who are in for, very serious offenses, murder, rape, armed robbery, narcotics. So as you can see, we have first offenders. These people who came in for the first time in their life as prisoners and who committed minor offenses.
All right. But in there, you also have some people who are also on death row.
Yeah.
Whose sentences have been commuted.
Commuted to life sentence. So what it means is that should the president even decide to sign for death warrant of any body on death row, these people will not be part of that. Their death sentence has now been commuted to life imprisonment.
Now, when are these people supposed to be released? Not everybody on this list is supposed to be released. Some have had their sentences commuted from death to life. When are these people, the people who are supposed to be released, when are they supposed to leave?
With immediate effect. With immediate effect. And so as soon as the prison administration received the approval from government, quickly dispatched to stations, and stations have started implementing.
Does it mean some have left the prison as we speak?
As we speak now, I will not be surprised if some of them have already been, gone.
Do they get told before today that they're going to go?
Normally we don't do that. We are careful.
Normally.
We are careful not to let them know, because as I mentioned, it involves a lot of processes. And so if you tell somebody you are going home, and then maybe somewhere along the line of the process, something disqualifies him, then it means you have given me a false hope, And so normally we don't tell them. They know this is going on. People are being selected. They know about the criteria, and therefore, if you qualify, you will know that, yeah, I qualify. But we don't specifically tell, yeah, you will be going home. No, we don't do that.
When was the last time such a pardon was given en masse?
Normally it's done at least once a year. At least once a year it is done in commemoration with any of our major.
But was it done last year?
Yes, it was done. Last year I think we had also around 1,000 inmates released on amnesty.